So why you can't win in Naruto games? So why can't players win in Naruto games? Or in Naruto Storm Connections? Why can't they win?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Why can't people win?
Yeah. Why are people having a hard time on ranked? Why are they, why can't they win and why are they quitting? Or
Um,
feeling frustration?
I don't really know.
You're like, I don't
I'm
have
trying to
that
think.
problem. All I do is
I don't
win.
have that problem. I don't know. Let me suspend my disbelief for a minute.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person because I'm the
Yeah,
goat,
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know. I don't have that issue. I mean, don't play yellow bars.
Yeah, don't play yellow bars. No yellow bars, bro.
That's a good start. Don't play yellow bars. Don't play
And
red
don't play
bars.
red bars. Those ones are even worse.
Yeah, I mean, you can play the occasional red bar just to know what it's like, just to like ground yourself in reality, you know. But yeah, uh, I don't know. Like that's my number. Like I don't know. Like
All right, let's talk
the
about.
biggest issue with online is literally just a connection. So
Yeah, the biggest issue is the connection, 100%. And I think that
it's
if the
hard to get
connection was
MOS.
stable, and you know what? That's why literally last night I started playing Overwatch 2. It's a free game. It's a first-person shooter. I like Overwatch 1 a lot more, but this is the game that's out right now. And
Mhm.
honestly, last night and today, I'm complete. Even though it's a first-person shooter, it's extremely competitive. It's extremely difficult. It is balanced, way more than Storm Connections is or any Storm game. So it's very competitive. It's very difficult to climb up, right? And rage quitting is
Mhm.
punished, by the way,
Mhm.
exponentially. So if I were to rage quit last night, right? It will be
Mhm.
like, okay, 15-minute timeout. You can't play for 15 minutes. And then if I rage quit again today, the next day, well,
Mhm.
now it's 45 minutes, right? It's additions, but it's exponential. You can get to the point where it's like a week, like a whole week or a whole season, it won't let you play. So
Yeah, you punish bad behavior and
you
you only
punish
reward
bad
good
behavior.
behavior.
And eventually, like, okay, the argument can be, well, they'll just get an alternate account. True, but they've now made it that you have to link it to a Blizzard ID. Even if you go to that extent and you make another Blizzard ID, eventually it does like correct the behavior. Almost nobody leaves a match. People really respect other people's time. It's a 5v5. There's 10 people in
Mhm.
the lobby, right? And everyone's locked in. And then if they have to go, they leave after the match. But nobody leaves the match. It's crazy, like very occasionally. And I mean, I played the other night, and some guy that is on my other Don't Lose to Fear account literally rage quit on me last night on my on my original Don't Lose to Fear account. So he knows it's me.
Mhm.
It just makes no sense. He's friended. Like I friended him on my other account. So like
Yeah.
nothing makes sense, right? Like even if like it was really bad, it was really laggy, just wait until the end. It's good sportsmanship to wait until the end of the match and then
Mhm.
leave. Like there's so many times I want to leave, I just wait until the end of the match and then I leave after. I don't care. Like if they say something about me afterwards, it's like at least I did the right thing and the best thing possible from my end. But that's not enough for some people. They'll be like, "Oh, he's on a fake win streak. He was on an 8 game win streak, but I ended it. He was on a 14
Mhm.
game win streak, but I ended it." It's like, dude, like I can't even fight back here. Like how? Why should I have to give you my streak? It's not about does the streak matter or not. It's about the principle, right? Principle and values matter, in my opinion. And even if we're gamers, it still applies. We're all still human beings. I don't know.
I mean, I think rage quitting. I mean, we call it rage quitting, but we're just leaving a match early. For me, it's if you're leaving because the game's just too laggy to play, like there shouldn't like that's a separate issue than if you're leaving because you're losing,
Because you don't
right?
like the result of the outcome of the match.
Because like you can fix the first problem by fixing the netcode, right?
Yeah.
In an ideal world, you're never leaving because of a bad connection, and so therefore you could even consider those quits or those leaves as a symptom of a different problem, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
it has nothing to do with the quitting culture. It has everything to do with the fact that the game is not working, in an online environment. The second half of it, punishing people. I mean, there's multiple ways to punish people. I mean, preventing people from playing is like it has some effect, but then
Okay, before we go to
like
that punishment part, real quick, I just want to talk
it's a
about.
two part.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the self. I don't want to say selfish or self-centered nature of that, but really it is, right? It's a perspective where you're just looking at yourself and you're looking how you feel and how that person leaving makes you feel, and then right away you want to say that's a rage quitter,
You're
right?
talking about the perception of rage
Yeah, I'm
quitting.
talking about the perception because at the end, I've talked about this a lot where they're leavers, but we don't know if
Hmm.
they're rage quitting. They might not be raging, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
literally might be
Rage quitting
raging,
is just it's just a negative connotation we give it because we think it's a behavior that's not worth it.
and that
So that's why we
comes
give it that
exactly
negative label.
well, and that comes from the fact that it's like it's our self-centered perspective, right? We're not considering or empathizing with the other person or thinking about why did they leave? Did I do something wrong? No, it's always they are bad, they're the wrong ones, they're the rage quitters, and they're God knows what
Mhm.
else, right? When we don't know that for sure, maybe they're just leavers. And why did they leave? We don't know exactly. Maybe they are raging, maybe they're not.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be the game crashed. It could be
And has
the
that happened to you
lobby
before? Has the game
disconnected.
crashed?
Yeah, games crashed, lobbies disconnected. Uh,
Especially in Storm 4, remember?
you could be playing in a literal storm and then your power goes out.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you might have even been winning and then you left. And it's not even a skill quit. It's literally your power going out, or the internet connection got disrupted because a tree fell on a power line. Or
It's
who
not
knows
likely,
what.
but
It could
it's
be
totally
anything.
possible. It's totally possible.
Yeah, like PSN can go down in the middle of your playing, and then it's like that's a completely separate thing.
There's a
You
couple
know.
times where we were playing and PSN did crash. And then
Yeah,
there's two
and then we
times
couldn't
where
find we couldn't even match like ever. We had to like wait till like another day.
yeah, we had to wait for another day until they fixed their PlayStation network. And
Yeah.
literally like the two times I ever left in our Overwatch match in 4 years was the power going out. There was a storm and the power went out.
Right.
That's a real thing. It doesn't happen as often, but it is real. It's probably not likely, but it's exactly what you said. Now, the
Yeah,
second
so you
part of
just you
that,
just have to you have
go
to do
ahead.
your own deductions when someone leaves on you. You have to like ask yourself like, what did I feel any lag? Is he leaving, right before he dies in the last round? You know, like
Did he
during an
leave during an
ultimate
ultimate? Did he
cutscene.
raid?
You know,
Did he leave during an
that
ultimate? Did he
did
rage
all of a
during an
sudden
ultimate?
did all of a sudden he stop moving for 5 seconds and then he left, right? There's like clear indicators of like the difference between like I think a game crash versus or a power outage versus a physically just closing the application.
I totally agree with you. And how about that
Um,
second part on how to change the behavior of leavers or rage quitters? How do we change that behavior? Sometimes it's a punish, but we can change behavior in different ways, right? So what do you think?
yeah, so like you were saying, there's two ways to do it. Okay, you can punish bad behavior, but you can also reward good behavior. I think a simple thing is like you have to at the heart of the question for we're assuming these are rage quitters specifically. So we're assuming that they are leaving because they're losing and they're mad or they're upset or they're frustrated. And maybe it's the fear of losing their rank or their BP. Maybe it's the fear of a loss going on their record or whatever they're like, whatever it is, they're leaving because they don't want to lose. Okay, those people you essentially could punish by maybe so the next match they play, even if they win, they don't gain BP. Maybe they have to like win a match equivalent to the matches they left on, and you just make it so like okay, if you rage quit, you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to stagnate. Um,
It would be interesting if for every match you leave, you have to You have to win three to five
I,
matches.
I don't even think it's a win. I think it's just finish. You need to just
Yeah, yeah,
finish a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
match.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. But the but but
before you're
but the
rewarded.
problem there is what happens if they win three in a row and then they rage again?
So you're saying let's say someone with a 75% win rate leaves 1 out of 4 times. Is that what we're saying?
Okay, wait. So, okay, I see what you're saying. That still might work because, like, say they left and they rage quit, right?
Hmm.
And now they have to fight the next game and they get nothing for it, right?
Yeah, so they would only be winning 2 out of every 4 games.
I mean, it's an improvement, but I think it needs to
Yeah.
be more, severe. Like, I'd say, like, for an hour you can play, right? But you're not gonna get, or for the next 15 minutes. Well, I guess,
There's multiple ways to do it, but I think
yeah,
the inverse is also true. So now you got to reward people for finishing matches at the same time. So
yeah,
now maybe hey, congratulations, you finished 20 matches in a row. We're now going to offer you double BP when you win your next match. Oh, hey, congratulations, you finished 50 matches in a row. Now you're getting 3 times BP. You know, now you're getting, oh, wow, you finished 100 games in a row. Congratulations, here's like 5x BP. And
yeah,
now it's like, why would I ever leave? I'm getting 5 times. I am getting 5 times as many wins, a reward from winning because I've stuck through it than I am if I
okay.
leave. So if I
hmm
leave
So
now, I
regardless
have to
if
win
you
5 minutes.
win or lose, you get that multiplier. But you see,
Yeah,
people would have
just
issues
for
with.
finishing, just
I
for
like that
finishing.
idea, but at the same time, I think a lot of people have issues with it because it's not competitive.
Well, you still keep win and loss rate, right? Because now it's more accurate. You don't look at the BP
Yeah,
number. Now
but
you're
like if
looking
you're
at wins
getting
and
BP
losses.
just for competing a match,
Well, basically it makes it so BP is worthless, right? But the people who are like leaving because of BP, they're no longer leaving. So like it tackles some of the issue, but not all
and
of it. Because the people
it,
who are leaving because of win rate will still leave on losses. So like the easiest thing to do is just add a loss to their record the next time they sign in. You know.
that's true. And some people just may not like losing, right? It may not even
Yeah.
be about the BP. It's just they don't like losing and they don't like being spammed or whatever. Um,
Right.
I think
So
that's
it
a
only
very
makes it
interesting
harder.
take. I got to think about it a lot, but
Yeah.
like I've never seen a better system than Overwatch, where you just if they leave immediately, it's like from suspension you can't play, you know, for 15 minutes or something like that. And then if you do it
Mhm.
a second time, it's within a window, right? So if you do it it's all within like a week or something, and then it refreshes. So if you do it again within that same weekend, so say you got a weekend off, you're playing Naruto Storm Connections, and you rage quit on 13 people, it would be impossible.
Yeah.
By the time you rage quit or leave on, I'd say 4 or 5 people, maybe 4 or 5 people, you're done for like 48 hours. That entire weekend, you cannot play. I personally like that idea because then when I go online, no, everyone I fight, no one's rage quitting on me, right? And then
Mhm.
it changes behavior. I do agree that rewards are much better than punishment, but in this instance, when we reward people with like BP and all that, I know for you and me, we don't care about
And maybe
BP.
maybe it wouldn't be P. Maybe it would be like the costume tickets or something.
Oh
Like
yeah, that would be good. That would
just
be
give them
good.
something.
Yeah, that
Give
would be
people
good.
something. That's
Yeah,
it.
if it wasn't
Doesn't have to be
okay,
BP.
that I think would work because rewarding people is much better than punishing people. That's
Right.
like the
Right.
psychology is like dead set on that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what the reward. That was just an example.
yeah, yeah.
But like yeah, it could be something not related to BP if BP is a like factor for ranking.
You know what
Give
would be
them
really
Rio. Give them like maybe they have weekly challenges. Maybe the longer you go, maybe you get more weekly challenges. Maybe now you have like 12 weekly challenges or something. Like more opportunities to
yeah,
continue to
more
play the game and enjoy it.
opportunities. That would be really cool.
Yeah,
I do
instead of
like
reward
that.
people
Yeah, I do like the
because
idea of rewarding
because
instead
there's
of
no
punishing.
incentive. Why shouldn't I leave after the end of every
Yeah,
match?
and why are you being a good guy when everyone around you is bad, right? Like what are you
Right. Well,
doing? You
I
feel
think inherently good people do good things, and I
yeah.
think some people need to be rewarded to do good things. Doesn't make them evil. It
No.
just doesn't make them inherently good. They're only good with the reward.